And welcome to another video from oorail. This video is a quick layout update for Monday, December 16th, 2013. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to do stuff on the layout. Today is actually rolling up on our 200th video as well as our 2-year anniversary, since we been about 2 years now since we put a video up on YouTube. I believe it was December 16th, 2011 that I put the first oorail video up on YouTube. So we've been working real hard to knock out some videos to get to 200 for today. And then obviously we've got some special videos coming up later on. So today, if that wasn't crazy enough, I wanted to make sure that our oorail.co.uk website was finished or at least usable by today. And the good news is it looks like it's going to be maybe later in the day, but it looks like it's going to get to a place where people can use it. So I'm going to go and launch it up. It might be in kind of a beta format, but it'll still be there for people to video or to view. One of the nice things about the oorail.co.uk website is that we've actually put our own interface around the YouTube videos. So it makes it easier to find some of the content, and we've kind of grouped the content easier together. So you should hopefully be able to find the videos, especially ones we've done last year and so on, that they're still good and still have relevant content, especially some of the guides and the how-tos. So we want to make sure that was accessible, because the way YouTube have changed things, even with the playlists now, it's not as easy to find the content, so the users really have to go looking at it. You guys have to really want to find all the video content, as opposed to being able to kind of easily select it and so on at will. So hopefully you guys will find a new website useful. And one of the things that we're going to be adding to the website over the next couple of months is a lot of real British Railways 1960s, 70s, 80s photographs, so that folks can get a better idea of how to make their layouts more realistic. One of the things that we're also doing is we're starting to add a lot of scenery and details and so on. So we're finding that little items aren't available. So we're going to be working on creating some products as well that you guys can download or print or purchase from oorail. So hopefully that might be of interest to some folks, and obviously all the proceeds from that will go back into the project, so it'll help us buy more locomotives and scenery and keep expanding. Alright, so let's have a quick look at what I've done here. So we started to do the planning stage of the layout. We have this section here, and if you've watched my layout challenge video, you'll know that this section is modeled loosely on Selby Road in Hull. Some great photos we found on Flickr. One in particular had a British Railways Class K3, and there's going to be some low relief housing there in the back, and you can see I already put the foundation down to figure out where the terraced houses were going to go. And that's going to help us create that Selby Road kind of look and feel, where you have the two rails going down, the locomotives with almost the houses sitting on top of them. So it's going to be a typical suburban, urban kind of look. And then here, of course, we have the level crossing. That's going to go into a station area here. And you can see we're going to have a passing loop, and that's going to go back onto the main rail, probably up here somewhere, and then that joins back up into the third rail line, and it'll go into a corner station and clear back at the end of the wall there. And you can see we also have the 3 loops here. The outside loop is a 24-inch radius track, the middle one is 22-inch radius track, and the one on the inside there is 18-inch radius track. Yes, I know we used the American Atlas curves. However, they were drastically cheaper than using the Hornby set on the Pico set track curves, so we went with those instead. And I can tell you that they were significantly cheaper to use the American version. And one of the nice things too is the American track. It's just a little wider than the actual radius is a little bit wider than 4th, 3rd, and 2nd radius track. So gives us a little bit to play with, and we could possibly put the Hornby 3rd radius track in between if we really wanted to, but I think that's going to be a little bit too cramped. You can see here we have completed the Super 4 Series 3 triangle layout. So this is actually a combination of the Triang Railways RS52, which is the blue Pullman train set, along with the OR43-9 track pack from Triang. And then we had some extra points and some leftover tracks, so we were able to create that siding there on the left, as well as a siding here on the right. We are going to add a baseboard. You can see there's a section missing. I have to finish the baseboard for that. And have all the parts, just haven't had the time to get that in there, but that will help run the Code 100 track around that, and it'll go off to the right and then around to the rest of the layout. And of course those loops will return coming in from the right over there and back in this way to complete the loop. And of course we're going to be putting some points in so that you can cross between each of the lines there over to the 3rd rail line, which would then allow you to connect back out here. Then you can see here we also have an additional line on this side that's going to connect in. There's a curved point, and it's going to basically give us split the overhead overpass type track here. This is actually going to go and raise up. We have this popular wood planks here that are only about 92 cents, 93 cents, so less than $1. And we're going to cut those into various sizes to create pillars, and we can use fairly dense pillars then to rise up the track. So hopefully about here it should be fully raised almost. And then we'll have some viaducts, so you can see where that track is sitting on the paper there, just to indicate where the viaduct would go. And of course that's going to have to go over and connect up with the other track. You can see it's a little bit off, so the other section of the track, we're just going to move it more to the right, so we'll adjust its approach and how it goes across that. And obviously we'll take away the Hornby pillars that are just there for testing purposes. And you can see we also have probably an engine shed down there at the end, and this gives us a fairly long set of sidings, so this can hold some freight, it can hold a full length HST rake if we wanted to, some of the longer Pullman Mark 1 rakes that we have as well. And of course then we have this terminus platform that I think is going to feed off that 3-way point up there. And we'll probably put in maybe a station building in there, car park, and that will help put T-junction in there, and the road will kind of go off into the distance that way. And then the road can continue down this way as well. And that's basically it. I'm not quite sure yet what's going to go in that space between that corner shop there that's next to the National Coal Board Lorry and the HST. Haven't quite figured that out yet. Potentially I might put there's a factory that I have scale scenes kit, and I think that would actually look pretty cool there if I can get it to fit. I think it will fit. The trick is going to be how to make the road kind of get to that point and naturally go into a car park or something like that. So that's something we'll figure out as we go along. Obviously things change a little bit when things don't quite fit, or you see a photo and get another idea. But that's the initial plan, and we're making progress. So I'm gonna pat back here to the Triang Series 4 loop, because later today you guys are actually going to see that in action. I have the 200th video coming out today, So I still have a bit of work to do, but the track's all clean. It's been nailed down. It's been tested, so I'm gonna go ahead and wire up it permanently with a controller, and then we're gonna go test some of the old triangle locomotives that I have that really haven't had the opportunity to have a good run. I have a couple dozen really old triangle locomotives, like the Blue Pullman, and a couple of DMU sets, and a couple of steam locomotives that the wheel flanges are just a little bit too deep to go over the Pico points, so they've been kind of relegated to going back and forth up that kind of Series 3 test track that isn't in the best of shape in the first place. So I'm looking forward to getting this triangle loop up and running. And you can see that we've managed to integrate it really nicely into the more modern track as well. So hopefully once we get the scenery sorted out in this section, you won't actually notice that it's a 60 or 70, 50, 60-year-old model railway solution that's sitting in there. It'll kind of blend in with the rest of it. So that's where we're at right now. It's Monday, December 16th. So I have a pretty busy week this week, so I'm gonna knock out some videos today, and then it'll probably be 1 or 2 during the week, and then it'll be pretty quiet until Christmas Eve, and of course we'll do our usual Christmas specials. And we have an order from Hans going out today, so that should ship out tomorrow or Wednesday and get here in time for Christmas. So I'm hoping that will get here maybe the 23rd or 24th, and then we can shoot some video for what we got on Christmas Eve, and do a couple of Christmas Day releases as well. And we have plenty of projects going on. We have the Model Railway Challenge, we have the Lima Class 42, we have to finish off the APT project, we have the Class 9F project, which you guys will see a video for shortly. We also have the Terminus Station project on the other end of the layout. So I have a pretty busy next couple of weeks set out for myself. But like I said, this is a good time of year. It's cold here in the States, and I'm off work for a few weeks over the Christmas holidays. So I'm hoping to make a lot of progress on this, and hopefully you guys will appreciate the videos and enjoy what we're putting out. So if you have any comments or feedback or suggestions, please comment below. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.